Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 9 p.m. English News Edition brought to you live from RTD channel. And tonight, as headlines, we have the Prime Minister led a key meeting to review progress on the national plan to tackle the ongoing drought crisis, coordinate efforts among government ministries. The Health Minister visited Obok region to assess the impact of increased migrant flows on local health care services. And on the international scene, 5 Israeli soldiers were killed in an ambush in northern Gaza, escalating tensions in the region. Those were the top stories, and welcome back in our newsroom. Let's begin tonight's news with this farewell visit of a UNDP resident representative in Djibouti. Prime Minister Abdulkader Kamel Mohamed welcomed today Emma Ngowa Anu, a resident representative of the United Nations Development Programme, for a farewell visit at the Prime Minister's office. The meeting was attended by Abdulkader Mustahel, Minister of the Environment. The representative of UNDP has served in Djibouti for over 3.5 years and will soon take a new position in Burundi. She did not fail to thank the Djiboutian government for the warm welcome, strong cooperation, and continued support she received during her stay in the country. And during the meeting, they reviewed the joint work carried out in key sectors, especially energy, and discussed ways and means to continue and reinforce ongoing projects. In the face of the drought crisis, Prime Minister Abdulkader Kamel Mohamed chaired the third follow-up meeting on the National Drought Response Plan at the Prime Minister's office. The plan was launched under the guidance of the President of the Republic. This important meeting brought together key government ministers, including those in charge of economy, solidarity, foreign affairs, interior, defense, agriculture, decentralization, environment, and health. Senior government officials and the Prime Minister's senior staff also attended. In response to the severe droughts affecting several regions of the country, the government is working hard to deliver fast, coordinated, and compassionate support. An inter-ministerial committee directly overseen by the Prime Minister is leading the efforts on the ground. Convoys sent out yesterday have already reached the region of Dakhil, Al-Sabih, Obokh, and Jorwa as well. Local authorities have identified priority distribution sites based on urgent needs. The Arta region is scheduled to receive aid this Thursday. So far, around 500 families have received emergency assistance, and the operations are continued. The Prime Minister praised the strong commitment of all those involved. And still on this topic, humanitarian convoy arrives in Obokh region to support drought-affected rural communities. And after serving the region of Dakhil and Tajurwa, the humanitarian convoy reached Obokh on Tuesday this morning as part of the national emergency plan to support rural populations affected by a drought. The convoy, made up of several trucks carrying food supplies and essential goods, travel smoothly. Upon arrival, the vehicles quickly headed to the hardest hit localities to distribute aid without delay. This large-scale operation was supervised on site by Musa Aden Migene, prefect of Obokh region, and Mohammed Ismail, president of the regional council, in coordination with the relevant technical services. This humanitarian deployment is one of many government action under its rapid response strategy to drought. Additional shipments are planned in the coming days to the most affected areas. Moving on to Al Sabih region, in response to the severe drought affecting several regional authorities, the government of the Republic of Djibouti has stepped up efforts to assist the hardest hit populations. This national mobilization follows the urgent call from President Ismail Omar Guelleh, urging swift, united and coordinated action to address the ongoing humanitarian crisis. And as part of this effort, the first humanitarian convoy, consisting of 5 trucks carrying food and essential supplies, arrived this morning in Al Sabih region. This marks a key step in implementing the national emergency plan to support rural communities affected by drought. The operation was overseen on site by Abdul Malik Mohamed Benoita, prefect of Al Sabih, Sharmaki Hassan, president of the regional council, alongside administrative, traditional, and religious leaders, as well as many local residents who came to express their full gratitude. The aid delivered includes basic food items like rice, flour, sugar, oil, drinking water, hygienic products, blankets, and other emergency materials. This humanitarian effort is one of many actions planned by the government as part of its rapid response strategy to drought. Additional shipments are scheduled in the coming days to the most vulnerable regions. Moving on to the next story now, the president of the French National Assembly welcomes his Djiboutian counterparts. As part of his participation in the 50th session of the Parliamentary Assembly of the La Francophonie APF, the Speaker of the National Assembly of Djibouti, Dileita Mohamed Dileita, was officially received on Tuesday, July 8, 2025 by Yael Braun-Pivet, President of the French National Assembly, at the Hotel de la Salle in Paris. Upon arrival, Dileita Mohamed Dileita received a full official welcome, including a ceremonial honor guard by the French Republican Guard, highlighting the importance of this high-level visit. During the bilateral meeting, the two parliamentary leaders discussed ways and means to reinforce ties between Djibouti and French legislature, expand Francophone parliamentary cooperation, and address key regional and international issues of mutual interest. He is the first among the 28 parliamentary speakers attending the 50th APF session, underlining Djibouti's active role in the Francophone parliamentary community. The conversation was open, friendly, and marked by a shared commitment to deepen the partnership between the two nations. Mr. Dileita also expressed his gratitude for the recently signed defense cooperation treaty between the two countries, calling it a strategic step that further reinforced the bilateral relationship. And at the end of the meeting, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Dileita Mohamed Dileita, signed the official guest book of the French National Assembly. The ceremony was attended by Ayed Moussa Yahya, Ambassador of Djibouti to France, and Pierre Omar Abdullahi, Head of Djibouti APF delegations. Let's come back to the country where the Minister of Health visits Oboh region amid migrant influx. Djibouti's Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble, led a working visit to the Oboh region, accompanied by a high-level delegation. The visit comes as Oboh faces a sharp increase in migrants, mainly from neighboring countries, putting heavy pressure on the local health system. The delegation arrived by sea and was warmly welcomed by local authorities, including Musa Aden Migeni, Prefect of the region, Mohammed Hamad, President of the Regional Council, Dr. Hassan Ibrahim, Head of Obokh Medical Center, as well as traditional leaders and civil society representative. The main goal of the visit was to assess the health situation in the region, especially the rising risk of disease due to the migrant influx. Dr. Ibrahim gave a detailed overview of the strain on health services. In response, Minister Roble confirmed the ministry's support to help the region cope with the added demand. And after touring the medical center, a consultation meeting was held with local leaders and stakeholders, including government officials, regional council members, community elders, association, and the Red Crescent. Key concerns arose during the meeting included building new health posts in the village of Muluhle, Andoli, Lassa, and the remote area of Adegeno. Still with the national news, Djibouti Ports and Free Zones Authority, in coordination with the Harbour Master and the General Manager of SGTD, extended yesterday emergency assistance to the crew of MV Magic Seas, a Liberian flagged bulk carrier that was attacked in the Red Sea southeast of Hodeida in the Yemen coast last Sunday. The crew left the ship at sea and were rescued by the container ship Safine Prism, which brought them safely to Djibouti. A total of 22 seafarers were saved, including 1 Romanian, 1 Vietnamese, and 20 Filipino nationals. They arrived safely in good health yesterday afternoon at the SGTD container terminal. Djibouti reiterates its commitment to maritime safety and to saving lives at sea, in line with the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea. And after Djibouti City and Arta, national social cohesion strategic consultation continue now in El Sibeh region. And following successful workshops in Djibouti City and Arta, the third stage of the national consultation process for developing Djibouti's national strategy for social cohesion took place in El Sibeh. The event was held under the high patronage of Deputy Prefect Saida Wabri Assowe, in the presence of Shamaki Hassan Al-Ali, President of the Regional Council, Ali Mohammed from the Ministry of Interior, Samatar Abdi, Director General of CTID, and representative of UNDP. Over 2 days, more than 40 local actors, including officials from decentralized public institutions, private sector, representative and civil society members, participated in discussion to contribute to the region's input into the national strategy. The strategy is a key part of Djibouti Vision 2035, initiated by the President of the Republic. It has been led since 2021 by the Ministry of the Interior, with support from UNDP and the CTID. The approach is inclusive, participatory, and aims to reinforce national unity, trust, and sustainable development as well. Taking the floor, the President of the Regional Council, Shamaki Hassan, welcomed the Ministry of the Interior initiative, strengthening the crucial role of local authorities in implementing Vision 2035. He expressed his satisfaction with the participants' level of engagement and believed that discussion held in El Sibeh will significantly contribute to reinforcing national unity and sustainable development. He reaffirmed their commitment to supporting the national strategy and ensuring that regional voices are fully reflected in the final framework. Meanwhile, the Deputy Prefect of Al Sibeh region, Saida Wabri, emphasized the importance of this stage of the national consultation in this region, stating that it was a valuable opportunity for local actors to make their voices heard. She did not fail to recall that inclusivity and active participation from all segments of society were essential to building a strong and representative social cohesion strategy. And now, this closing ceremony of the Djiboutian Scouts immersion camp held at the National Gendarmerie Training Center. The closing ceremony of the Djiboutian Scout Immersion Camp took place on Sunday, July 6, 2025 at the Lieutenant Colonel Hoj Roble Idle Conference Center located within the Sheikh Moussa Training Center of the National Gendarmerie. The event was co-chaired by Mohamed Abdullah Mahyoub, Secretary General of the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, representing also the Minister, and Colonel Commissioner Ali Mohamed Roble, representing the Chief of Staff of the National Gendarmerie. Several distinguished guests attended the event, including members of the Executive Committee of APEPS, the Association for the Promotion of Physical Education and School Sport, as well as senior officers of the National Gendarmerie. More than 100 young scouts who took part in the 3-day immersion camp from July 3rd to 6th were present to conclude this intense and enriching experience. The ceremony opened with a video recap of the camp's highlights, featuring civic activities, orienteering challenges, and lessons on patriotism, religion, and core values. Official speeches were then delivered by Mr. Abdullah Mahyoub and Colonel Roble. The Secretary General conveyed on behalf of the Minister heartfelt thanks to the Chief of Staff for the warm welcome and excellent organization of the camp. In turn, Colonel Roble, speaking on behalf of the Chief of Staff of the National Gendarmerie, expressed his appreciation for the ministry's trust in assigning the Gendarmerie this important educational task. Both leaders reaffirmed their shared commitment to continue this type of program, which combines civic education, military discipline, and citizenship values. A key moment of the ceremony was the awarding of the participation certificates. He emphasized that the Gendarmerie remains fully committed to supporting initiatives that contribute to shaping disciplined, responsible, and patriotic youth. Colonel Roble, speaking on behalf of the Chief of the National Gendarmerie, expressed his appreciation for the ministry's trust in assigning the Gendarmerie this important educational task. He noted that instilling values such as respect, solidarity, and national pride at an early age is essential to building a strong and united society. On behalf of the Minister of the National Education, the Secretary General of the National Education Ministry, Abdullah Mahyoub, expressed his sincere gratitude to the Chief of Staff for the warm hospitality and the outstanding organization of the immersion camp. He also commended the unwavering dedication, professionalism, and commitment demonstrated by the Gendarmerie staff who played a vital role in ensuring the program's success. He emphasized that such collaboration between the ministry and the Gendarmerie is very important to fostering the civic spirit and discipline among the youth. In Dakhil now, the festival organized by the Djiboutian Football Federation in Dakhil yesterday was a memorable and important event for the community, bringing together hundreds of children and their 11 years old. The event not only promoted football among the youth but also strengthened the region's commitment to the sport. The presence of key figures such as Saeed Bouha, Executive Committee member and President of Regional League, Elias, a technician at the FDF, highlighted the importance of the event. Their involvement alongside Mustafa, President of the Dakhil League, and his team, demonstrating strong collective support for football development in the region. Gratitude was also expressed to the prefect and the president of the regional council, emphasizing the crucial role of local partnership in the success of such initiatives. This festival marks a significant step toward building a football culture among young people and could foster the emergence of future talents in the region. And now this summer tournament kicks off in the Jura region. And after traveling through the southern region, the summer tournament caravan has arrived in the wild city of Tajura. The official opening ceremony took place in a festive atmosphere, promising several days of exciting competition in beach soccer, football, and volleyball. The opening event was attended by Omar Hassan Abdullah, Regional Director of the SES, accompanied by his deputy Yusuf Abdullah Ali, and Medina Dibiyo, Regional Deputy Director of SES in Tajura region. Local elected officials and a large crowd of enthusiastic young people were also present. Let's turn now to the world news. 5 Israeli soldiers were killed and at least 14 injured in a well-planned ambush by resistance fighters in Beit Hanun, southern Gaza. Dini tells us more.
5 Israeli soldiers were killed and at least 14 others injured during a large-scale operation carried out by resistance forces in Beit Hanun in the northern Gaza Strip. According to the statement released Tuesday morning by the occupying army, Israeli media had previously reported the deaths of 5 soldiers and 10 injuries. This incident occurred late Monday evening when resistance fighters detonated an explosive device targeting an armored vehicle carrying soldiers and later struck a munitions handling robot with an anti-tank missile during its preparation.
In Texas now, over 100 people have died and dozens remain missing following a catastrophic floods. Again with Dini.
The number of victims from the catastrophic floods that hit the U.S. state of Texas has risen to at least 104, while intense search efforts continue for dozens of missing persons, the majority of whom are children who were staying at summer camps when the tragedy occurred during the July 4th holiday. Emergency agencies confirmed that heavy rains caused the river level to rise by about 8 meters, 26 feet, in just 45 minutes, triggering a sudden flash flood that destroyed cabins, uprooted trees, and swept away vehicles, all while the children were asleep.
So that's it for tonight news. Thanks for being with us and have a good night.